Welcome to this week's coverage of the 2016 Sprint Car Salute to Goodie. Three groups will face off against each other with a 25-lap feature race kicking off at the end of the night. The Twisters, the fastest, starts off the back. He will then get to choose who starts beside him until they make their way to the front of the grid. Let's catch up with the defending champ, 44T, Daniel Anderson, out of Tianao. Okay, here we are with Daniel Anderson, the two-time Salute to Goodie champion here at Ruapuna Speedway for the 2016 Salute to Goodie. Now, of course, Daniel, they might be a little bit more wary about you this time, perhaps, you know, with the format that they use here. Two-time champ, going for a three-peat. You reckon they're switched on to you?
Yeah, I'd say I'll be somewhere near the back. I'm definitely looking forward to a hard challenge. Obviously, there's some good guys actually racing out there tonight. Obviously, Jamie Mack coming down again from the north, and Jamie Larson. So, and obviously Jamie Duff's had a bit of bad luck, and I'd really like to see all of us up there competing at the front by the end of it.
Okay, and of course you've just come off the GP as well. It was going good, the car, but unfortunately a bit of a failure there. What happened?
We done a mag, which obviously is something that's out of our hands. So a car stopped dead, about 6 laps to go. So, and obviously we're chasing for that lead in front of obviously Matt Honeywell, and he done well once again.
And I see you got the boys over from overseas and stuff. They've been helping you out over the last month or so anyway. These boys have been going back and they want to try and get a win under their belt before they leave.
Absolutely. Obviously we've had our share of bad luck leading up to this, so hopefully a good win tonight would be great. Obviously these guys are troopers. Old Jim Richmond from Richmond Engines and Doug Roots obviously looks after us pretty well over when we go over into the United States and travel down that west coast.
And of course the big boy motor in this car now as well sort of jumped up quite a bit. Noticing a bit of a difference?
The big motor? No, we did that on the second night, so we've put the Greg Hiddleston motor back in tonight, so it's going to last the distance. Okay,
Daniel, so you've got some good sponsors to look after you on the car as well. Who are they?
Queenstown Aluminium and Joinery and the Ranch Bar and Grill in Tianao.
Okay, well, best of luck for the three-peat tonight.
No worries, thank you. Cheers, Jason.
Alrighty then, here we go with Jamie Larson, who is of course now the 3NZ man, all the way from the Wellington, Kapiti Coast. And they tell me Bay Park was the scene for the New Zealand title, and you come and got the result. You must be pretty stoked with that.
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely a challenging track. It was really slick and dust out there, and we'd only been there 3 times beforehand, so it was a bit of a challenge for us to get the setup bang on. But I think we nailed it for the feature, and we started out at grid 7 and just kept it clean and worked our way out through the field on the bottom there, and yeah, it just paid off for us and managed to come home third.
Not a bad effort at all, but it just also sort of tops up not a bad season for you, 1NZ in the mini sprint as well.
Yeah, it's definitely been a good season for us. We had the New Zealand mini sprints here on the 28th of December, so it was only about a week beforehand, and you know, it's the same old thing. You know, you got to hold high hopes, but you can never hold your hopes too high because you can get too disappointed then. But same thing, you know, that paid off for us, and we had 3 good clean races and came away the number 1 again. So yeah, pretty happy with how this season's going so far.
Absolutely. So what's left? I mean, to come down here, Christchurch, first trip to the South Island this season so far. You'll be looking to try and take something back from here as well.
Yeah, we'd like to obviously get a win either this event or the next one, or win both is always good. But yeah, I love racing down here at Ruapuna. It's probably one of our favourite tracks, and hopefully the track holds up good. You know, we can get some good side-by-side racing, which we love. And yeah, we'll head back, and we've got Manawa 2 champs and Harrisville Wing Thunder 6. So we'll go back and do those 2, and then just sort of assess where we're at. Maybe do 1 or 2 more at the Springs. Now
the Gold Cup you've already got a couple of years ago, so you'll be looking to try and definitely capture that one for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I still remember that night like the back of my hand, so yeah, absolutely love racing down here, and the people are good and the other drivers are awesome to race with, so just see how it goes and hopefully it pays off.
Well, on behalf of all the viewers watching tonight, congratulations on the 3NZ, and of course you wouldn't be able to do it without some support from some sponsors. Who are they?
Yeah, we've got Daryl Clayton and Wendy from Fast Times. They help us out a lot with the car and setup and all that, and you know, we couldn't do what we do without them, so a big thanks to those guys. And Mac Build Engineering, who also owns our mini sprint, he's absolutely fantastic to us, and local family business, Kapiti Cars Limited. We've got Live-In Powder Coaters do our powder coating for us, MTF Finance Kapiti, we've got Oil Pro from Kapiti as well, and Edge Parts and Performance down here also helps out a bit as well.
Alrighty folks, here we are at Ruapuna Speedway for the Salute to Goodie and the 9 car, the challenge car of Nathan Astle. Now Nathan, one thing I did notice the other night, fantastic speed, fantastic car performance. You must have been pretty happy, not the way you wanted to finish, but you must have been happy before that point.
Yeah mate, had a couple of good heats and slowly starting to get back on the pace, so finding the groove so to speak, and yeah, a bit of an unfortunate incident in the feature, but hey, that's that speedway in it. So we'll come here tonight and give it another crack.
And of course it is home track advantage here tonight. Do you think that sort of pays due with these fast North Island guys that have come down to join in the fun?
No, I don't think so, mate. I think they've been here enough, so they know what it's like here at Ruapuna. It's good to have a couple of them down here to come and have a race with us.
Now you did have a bit of a break from sprint car racing and must have lost the buzz for a wee while, and you've sort of bounced back, and are you right into it now?
Oh mate, yeah, loving it. And Landon Dawson helping me this year. The way it's set up, the car's feeling good, and that's half the battle. Getting in the car and knowing that it's set up all right. So just getting back onto the pace and trying to mix it up with the guys up the front.
And of course, I suppose at the end of the day now it's just seat time for you, isn't it? You've got to try and catch up with the guys that have already had another year on you, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I've noticed getting back in the car. Everyone's got a lot faster. They're driving well, so it's good racing out there.
Okay, so once again, we mentioned one of your sponsors. Who else looks after you, Nathan?
We've got Valvoline, Kiwi Kids Preschool, and Images Unlimited, and obviously Challenger, the maid sponsor.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's the night for the annual Sprint Car Summer Slam here at Stadium Finance Ruapuna Speedway. And we kick it off with the Royce Clive Engineering Salute to Goodie. And what a stellar lineup we have got here tonight. Hi folks, AJ here, along with my co-hosts Warwick Costagna and Nathan Clive. We've got a full-on night of action, so let's get the ball rolling with the lineup for the first race of the evening, which is Sprint Cars Heat number 1, and it's a big good evening to Nathan Clive.
Yes, a very good evening to you, AJ, and all out there. Hope you are set for this evening, the first one of the night, of course, for the Salute to Goodie, and it is Heat 1 of the Sprint Cars, Group 1 versus Group 2, and we shall run you through the grid lineup, starting on grid number 1, all the way from Invercargill, the 4i of Kyle Shearing on his outside. An impressive run last time. We'll see him from 89, Jason Smith. Then we go back to the second row on the inside will be the 75 car from Nelson of Chris the Flash Gerard. And on his outside in grid position number 4 is the 44 car from Christchurch of Alan Chapman. Then we go back to the newly crowned 3NZ on the inside of the third row. It is from Palmerston North, Jamie Larson. On his outside will be the 15 car from Christchurch of Steve Duff. And on the inside of the fourth row, starting out at grid position number 7, it is the 83 car of Ben Gilmore. Grid number 8, it is the 92 car of Caleb Brooks from Christchurch. Grid number 9 sees the 9 car of Nathan Astle. On grid number 10 sees 95 Ray Bourne. Grid 11 sees the 54 car of Brent Gordian, and on the outside of him the 7 car from Christchurch of Matt Leversedge. Grid 13 will be the 19A car of Jamie Duff, and rounding out the 14 car field, starting off the rear from Cromwell, is Jason Scott.
Thanks, Nathan, and we'll just go down to Warwick Costagna, our pole line eye. Good evening, Warwick. How are you? Where are you? Track conditions?
It's looking pretty good at these early stages, AJ. The good old northeasters come through, so it will be a bit cool down infield anyway. We'll be good against the far right there. But the track has had a bit of water on it. They've been packing it down. It's going to be a wee bit greasy right down to the pole line through the straight still, but not many people run there. So we'll see how they get on. This first one will whet your appetite, I'm sure.
Well, sit down and hold on, folks. That front row on the inside in the pink car from Invercargill, it's Kyle Shearing. On the outside, the 89N car from Nelson, or registered to Nelson, Jason Smith. Row 2, we've got the Flash Chris Gerard, 44, Alan Chapman. Let's turn them loose for 12 laps, and we'll send them away. We've already got Gilmore making his way onto the infield. He's got back on the throttle. Little bit of argy-bargy going on. Big wheelie by Gilmore. Got to get the Tiger by the tail. 92, Caleb Brooks retiring to the infield. In the meantime, our race leader, it's Kyle Shearing. The man from the deep south, he's got his foot on the throat of Heat 1. Then we go back to 89, Jason Smith, the very impressive rookie driver, former super stock competitor, the Flash, Chris Gerard, he's in third. Fourth is Larson. Then we go back to another very impressive rookie, and that is Matthew Levisic. Oh, she's all go in the middle of the field there. Brooke obviously striking problems, just circulating on the infield at this stage. Ray Bourne back there in car number 95, right over the tail of the 83 car. But Shearing is setting a frenetic pace at the front of the pack there. Smith in second, Gerard in third, Larson in fourth. Just lost Alan Chapman onto the infield. He's another that's had a wretched run this season. In fifth, Levisic. Then we go back to the 15 car of Steve Duff Jr. Then it's Ben Gilmore, Ray Bourne. Jamie Duff just getting up the inside of Bourne. Makes a move. So Jamie Duff moves up a slot. But it's still Shearing off like a robber's dog at the front of the field. Smith certainly hauling the 89 car into the stadium cars prison bend. At the straight end of the straight, you'll notice that they're starting to make inroads onto Shearing, but Shearing very fast coming out of the corners. Larson now right over the tail of the 89 car. So with 4 laps to go, it's Shearing, Smith, Larson, Gerard, Levisic and Steve Duff Jr. 3 laps to go for Kyle Shearing in the Diggett Earth moving car. Smith trying hard. Oh, he's coming under some real pressure from Larson. Larson just gets a little unstuck, exiting the Phillips Construction Town Bend. But Kyle Shearing running the wheels off that machine. It'll be white flag out next time around. But Kyle Shearing, Smith just sees a little bit of a gap up the inside. He's not going to be able to make it stick. 400 metres to go. Our race leader, Kyle Shearing, just drifts out a little bit wide. Left the door open, slammed it shut. They pour it on down the back straight away. Kyle Shearing leading the way. Jason Smith in second. Here comes, oh, there's contact between Larson and Smith. It put Smith into the wall. Gerard crossed the line third. Fourth, Levisic. Fifth was Jamie Duff. Boy, where did he come? Certainly from deep in the heart of Texas. And Steve Duff Jr. rounding out the field. We will just wait for those positions to be posted. No doubt about our race winner though, Nathan. Kyle Shearing made every post a winner from grid number 1.
Yeah, he certainly did. Just got out in front and managed to keep out of all the trouble in behind. A fantastic drive from Kyle Shearing.
Okay, folks, here we are at the Salute to Goodie first heat winner is, of course, Kyle Shearing all the way from Invercargill. Kyle, you just got the break and nobody could catch you.
Yeah, no, it felt good out there. The track's really good, really drivey. I think it's going to stay like that most of the night, hopefully. But yeah, there's going to be a big push there, so we're going to have to watch that. But yeah, no, it's good, really good.
And a bit of action behind you. You'd be pretty pleased you avoided that sort of stuff. Jamie Larson on Jason Smith, so Jason Smith upside down. So that happened just right in behind you. So you're pretty lucky and you're probably oblivious to it, are you?
Yeah, no, it doesn't affect me.
Okay, sponsors look after you. Who are they, Kyle?
Fat Hippo and Kumo Tyres.
Okay, congratulations on your first heat win.
Hey, thanks, mate.
CJ Phillips Construction, they are your local building and construction team. And another one of the great Ruapuna family of sponsors, Equus, for all waterproofing and protective coatings. And of course tonight it is the Salute to Goodie, brought to us by Royce Clive Engineering. Defending champion on that is the 44T car, Daniel Anderson from Tiana. Now how the Salute to Goodie works is the drivers do 2 qualifying heats each. The highest point scorer will start from the back of the field, and then that driver chooses who will start next to him, and so on and so forth. Last year, everyone forgot about Daniel Anderson and Steve Duff Jr., who promptly ran away and hid from the field. And Anderson, 2-time winner now of the Salute to Goodie, and he was very chuffed to get that one under the belt. Anyway, eyes down and looking. This is heat number 2. Royce Clive Engineering Sprint Car Salute to Goodie. That front row on the inside, the 44 car, Daniel Anderson. On the outside, it's Jamie Duff, and that was like Brown's cows. We'll see if they're going to let them continue, because Duff certainly got the wheels up, went right across the face of Anderson. Green light continues, play on they say. So it's Jamie Duff leading the charge. Brent Gordian in second spot. Then we go back to Daniel Anderson. Nathan Astle sitting there in fourth spot. Scotty Gordon, car number 21. Certainly got the tiger by the tail there. Larson already making a big move up through the field into sixth position right now. Our race leader, it's Jamie Duff, car number 19. And boy, if anyone deserves a break this season, it's a dockyard brawl going on further back through the field between Chris Gerard, Gilmore, Honeywell and Ashton. Looks like they're all going to get themselves sorted out there. Into the lap traffic already. It is Jamie Duff right down in the 13-second bracket. Holy smoker, 13-13. That's about as quick as we've seen here for an awful long time. Cutting his way through the field. He's now up onto the tail of Simon Stevens. A long way back to our second placeholder, and that's Brent Gordian. In fact, close on 5 seconds. Astle sitting there in the third spot from Daniel Anderson.
Chris Gerard's making a few positions. He's found himself the next one in the list behind Jamie McDonald in the 71 car.
Yeah, they're just starting to get knotted up in some of the lap traffic, but it's Duff still leading the charge. Now he's trying the high line right up on the tail of Scotty Gordon, who is running in 10th spot right now, so he's like a red hot knife through the butter. A long way back to bring Gordian in second spot, just about the length of the straightaway. Nathan Astle hanging on to third. Fourth is Daniel Anderson. Fifth is the 71 car of Jamie McDonald. Then it's the 3 car of Jamie Larson. McDonald trying to get his nose into some fresh air now. Astle just gets a little bit knotted up in the stadium cars corner. The pace is red hot. Our race leader, it's Jamie Duff leading the way. 2 laps to go. The Concut car, he's got it on rails. Jamie Duff. Oh boy, what a driving lesson he's dishing out. Way out high and wide. Cutting down, squaring the corner off. Still looking for our second place runner. It's still Brent Gordian in the 54 car. He's just about the length of the straightaway in the rears. Boy, put your hands together, what a drive. Former New Zealand sprint car champion Jamie Duff. That'll be a confidence builder for him. Second place will go to Brent Gordian. Third, Nathan Astle. Fourth, the 44 car of Daniel Anderson. Fifth, the 71 of Jamie McDonald. Then we go back to Jamie Larson and Chris Gerard. Oh, wow.
Wow, what a drive.
Yeah, great drive. The fastest lap time for Duff, a 13.1325. Of course, the track record here is 12.687, and that has stood for an awful long time. But I don't recall a 13.13 for quite some race meetings.
Okay, folks, here we are with the second heat of the Salute to Goodie, and a man that's had a very up and down sort of a season as this one, but come back to your home track on a very, very good lap times as well. Jamie must be sort of stoked to put that 19A car in the lead.
Yeah, the boys have done a fantastic job. All season we've had reasonable pace. We just haven't been able to put it together at the end of the night, but yeah, no, we're happy with where we're at. Hopefully we carry on.
So what's been the problem with the car? I mean, is it like just reliability problems, chassis? What's the story?
I think after having a cracker season last year, someone upstairs is trying to make us a little bit humble, so we'll carry on.
Absolutely. I suppose the only thing you can do is just carry on, battle on.
Yeah, it's been a hard-fought battle all year. The boys have done amazing well to stick by me and put up with all the crap, but yeah.
Okay, so obviously you've done a lot of laps around the Ruapuna circuit, so you'll have all the good setups for a track like that. It seems to be pretty drivey out there. Cars, you're struggling to keep the front end down on it.
Yeah, everyone loves a good wheel stand.
Absolutely. Good sponsors on the car. Who are they?
Megan Turbo Warehouse, Straight Shipping, Whole Diamond Tools, Concut, big family sponsor.
Sprint car salute to Goodie. Grid positions for heat number 3. Starting from grid number 1, he is the current South Island sprint car champion, the King of Cromwell. Car number 88, the captain Jason Scott. From grid number 2 is 42, and that is Simon Stevens. Grid number 3, the 7 car from Christchurch, Matthew Levisage. And grid number 4, the 64 car of Matt Honeywell. Grid 5, 95, Ray Bourne. And grid 6, the 73 car of Sean Ashton. Grid 7, the 92 Mitre 10 Mega Machine of Caleb Brooks. And car number 71, Jamie McDonald, will start from grid number 8. Grid 9 is the 15C car, Steve Duff Jr. Grid 10, 21I, Scotty Gordon. It says 21A. Okay, let's have a look for a 21 car. He's out there. Scotty Gordon, it's 21I. Grid number 11, 44C, Alan Chapman. And beside him in grid 12, it is a defending salute to Goodie title holder from Tiana, Daniel Anderson. Grid number 13, the 89N car. Of course, that is Jason Smith. And starting from grid number 14, the 6 car, Luke Wetherell from Christchurch in the Smart Collision Repairs machine. Just a new boy to sprint car racing, doing a pretty darn good job of it as well, you have to say. That front row, Jason Scott, the current South Island sprint car champion. Outside of him, boys, raw rookie Simon Stevens. Second row, another rookie, but very impressive performances. Second in the New Zealand Sprint Car Grand Prix recently for Matthew Levisage, and then 64 Matt Honeywell. Row 3, 95 Ray Bourne, 73 Sean Ashton. Then we go back to the 92 car of Caleb Brooks. He'll be hoping that he's got the cobwebs out of the fuel injection or whatever his problem is. Here we go, they come up to the starting block. We'll go green, big wheelies throughout the field. Oh boy, that's a big hunk of clay just went flying there from Honeywell. They're getting themselves all sorted down now. Matt Honeywell, he's been shuffled back through the deck of cards somewhat, but our race leader, it is Jason Scott in car number, oh, we got one up and over. Alan Chapman.
Yeah, and again, Jason Smith involved in that.
The 15 car of Steve Duff Jr., the 6 of Luke Wetherell, but the 44 car of Alan Chapman up and over in the Stadium Cars Prison Bend. Yeah. Boy, Matt Honeywell, big wheelie at the start and took some pulling back, getting that car under control. Boy, that was messy. Just about from the green. It had drama written all over it. So we await the call from the officials. Exactly what we'll do there, I'm suspecting it will be a complete restart. That front row, 88 Jason Scott, 42 Simon Stevens. Here we go, we'll send them away. Racing, drag race into turn number 1. Oh, Honeywell rides a wheel, he's gone right back through the field again. He's got the elbows up, right up by the concrete wall. She's helter-skelter stuff back through the field. Our race leader, it's Jason Scott leading the charge. Matthew Levisage in second. Then we go back to car number 95, Ray Bourne, making a big run up the inside. The 71 car of Jamie McDonald. Daniel Anderson starting to work the high line. Getting high, wide and wild. But our race leader, it's Jason Scott leading the charge. Levisage in second. McDonald running the low line, Bourne running the high line. That battle for third and fourth. Then we go back to 73 Ashton and 64 Matt Honeywell. That's the top 6. Big wheelie from Levisage. McDonald moves up.
Ashton's round.
Astle goes. No, it wasn't. It was Ashton.
Saved it. Good driving from Ashton.
But the 88 car of Jason Scott leading the way. The veteran and the rookie in that battle for second and third. Matthew Levisage.
sitting there in second. Jamie McDonald in third. Then in fourth we go back to Ray Bourne in the Avon Insurance Brokers car. Matt Honeywell, he moves up into fifth there with the 44 car of Daniel Anderson hard on his tail. Anderson started right back in 12. He's starting to get it sorted. Caleb Brooks, he's next cab off the rank. Bit of smoke coming out of the car of Jason Smith running the 57 wing, but he is car number 89. Another big waft of smoke coming out of it there. Jason Scott, he's got it on a wire. McDonald moves up there into second position. The lap traffic, is it going to be a factor in this, the third heat? The Royce Clive Engineering Salute to Goodie. So it's Jason Scott, car number 88, leading the charge. McDonald's on the prowl, starting to close that gap up. With Scott running high, we've got McDonald running low. 3 laps to go. It'll be white flag out next time. McDonald drew even. Here we go. Oh, Scotty just manages to squeeze McDonald down. We've got a dockyard brawl at the front of the field. It's McDonald. He gets his nose in front in the 71 car. The captain, Scotty's not going to throw in. Scotty, he's got the elbows up, moves back to the front of the field. White flag out. We've got a battle royal at the front of heat number 3 for the Royce Clive Engineering Salute to Goodie. Half a coat of paint between them. It's Scott running the high line. McDonald's got his nose in front again. Trying to thread his way through the traffic. He's going to do it. Jamie McDonald taking out the win. Second place will go to Jason Scott. Third will be the 7 car of Matt Levisage. Then we go back to the 95 of Ray Bourne. 44 Daniel Anderson, 64 Matt Honeywell, 92 Caleb Brooks, the 73 of Ashton, 21 Scotty Gordon, and Jason Smith, car number 89. Well, drama right through that race there. Great dicing going on between the 2 front runners. But it was Jamie McDonald who prevailed in the end. Jamie McDonald certainly crossed the line first. Jason Scott second. Matthew Levisage third. Ray Bourne crossing the line in fourth. A great drive there by Daniel Anderson, getting up there into 5th spot.
Okay, folks, here we are with the 71A car from Auckland, one of the only 2 North Islanders that come down for the Salute to Goodie. And Jamie McDonald's a bit of an up and down season. I've seen some good stuff, but I've seen some pretty average stuff as well. So you'd be pretty, trying to get something from the South Island, take it back home.
Yeah, pretty much. The start was terrible. It's the 3rd car for the year, and we sort of, Boxing Night was a good run, and we had a few good runs there, and the title not so much. So yeah, we just want to keep racing now. It's all about laps, and it's a good chance to come down here and do 2 shows in a week.
Okay, so what sort of entices you to come down here? I mean, it's only you, there's Jamie Larson and stuff like that, so obviously it's a track you really enjoy coming to.
Yeah, love the track. In fact, I like Cromwell as well. A lot of the South Island tracks are awesome, and I just like all the people here. We come down and catch up with a lot of friends we don't see all year, and hey, it's a good buzz racing down here.
Absolutely, and the car itself, you said that, the New Zealand title, but hard, very difficult track conditions and stuff like that. Looks like tonight, might be all right here tonight. You got a bit of a setup for the old Ruapuna track?
Yeah, I think what we used last year was pretty good, so we'll start there and see how it goes. It hasn't been too hot, so I think the track will hold up good, and it did last year, so I'm just looking forward to doing some racing. Absolutely, and I suppose the only thing left to do, sponsor look after you, who are they? Yeah, Hitachi, J.A. Russell, KBL Earth Movers, Canon Signage, Bays Painters, all done an awesome job, especially getting my 3rd car together, so very grateful to those guys.
Well, here we go. It is time for the B main for the sprint cars, the Royce Clive Engineering Salute to Goodie. How this works is we've got qualifiers 15 through 21. They are scrapping for the last 2 spots on the grid for the Salute to Goodie. So first and second on this one transfer through to the Salute to Goodie. And of course, how this deal works is that they then get into the raffle, because that's basically what it is, as in who's going to start where. So highest points overall will start off the very back of the grid. Some quick work there for the 44 car of Alan Chapman. We see crewmen there from other teams getting stuck in.
Anyway, the lineup for the B main, we've got 83 Ben Gilmore. He will start from grid number 1. From grid number 2, 92 Caleb Brooks. Grid 3, 21i Scotty Gordon. And from grid number 4, the 89 car from Nelson, which is carrying the 95 top wing, and that is Jason Smith. Luke Wetherall, car number 6, he will start from grid number 5. Starting from grid number 6 is 44 Alan Chapman, busy hustling trying to get that car going. Warwick's obviously amused about something. And from grid number 7, the 42T car of Simon Stevens. They're getting stuck into it, Warwick. Well, oh, I know someone that would be pretty useful at operating that thing. Anyway, here we go. It's B main time. Sit down and hold on. Brooksy leads them out from the start. Caleb Brooks, car number 92, leads away. Scotty Gordon and Jason Smith, they're all over each other like the rest. Scotty Gordon's around. 2 into 1 just does not go. They were running to wheel. Neither of them were going to get their foot out of the gas. And it was Scotty Gordon who had a big crash down at Cromwell earlier in the year. Good to see him back in action. Here we go, the green is poised to fly. Let's turn him loose. Brooks again makes a belter of a start. Gilmore in second, Jason Smith all over the tail of the 83 car. Then we go back to Luke Wetherall. Smith, a great big Hail Mary pass down the inside. So Smith moves up into second spot. One thing we know is Ben Gilmore, he's not going to throw in the towel just yet. Caleb Brooks, he leads the charge, opening up a pretty decent advantage too over Smith. And car number 89 tonight carrying the his third wing of the evening, the Avon Insurance signage this time. Scotty Gordon just starting to get himself some momentum back there in fourth spot. Fifth Wetherall, 6 is 42 Simon Stevens. The lap starting to count down. Things starting to turn against anyone not in the first 3. And
Simon
we got Stevens.
Simon Stevens looped it around just down here.
Well, this is going to bunch them up, and this is going to make it a whole new game. Caleb Brooks, Jason Smith, Ben Gilmore, Scotty Gordon, Luke Wetherall, and Simon Stevens. 6 candidates in tonight's B main, all looking for their chance to get into the big race tonight. And Brooks leaps away again. Smith, he's on the prowl, up and holding on to that second spot. Boy, he's starting to really fight that car down the back straightaway. We've got Gilmore running down on the low line. Certainly managing to run his car very nice and tight on those corners. He did have a look upstairs, nothing quite there for him, but Caleb Brooks leads away. Jason Smith in second, Ben Gilmore in third. He's still throwing everything at it. The kitchen sink just went out the window that time, trying desperately to crawl up into that second spot. Smith just starting to run out a little bit wider. Is Gilmore seeking opportunity? He's drifting back just a little. He's now 1.1 seconds in arrears behind Jason Smith. White flag time, the B main. Caleb Brooks, car number 92. You're just about right, your name in the program for him to transfer into tonight's Salute to Goodie. Jason Smith, he's in second. That gap back to Gilmore's blowing out, close on 2 seconds. The 2 transferees from tonight's B main will be the 92 of Caleb Brooks and the, 89, 95, call him what you like, Jason Smith. Ben Gilmore comes across the line in third. Fourth is the 21 of Scotty Gordon. Luke Wetherall in fifth. And rounding out the field is in 42 of Simon Stevens.
At Hamner Holiday Homes, they pride themselves on offering accommodation solutions to suit almost any budget. Only a short 95 minutes from Christchurch, tucked away beneath the mountains, is Hamner Springs, a nature's wonderland. Whether you're looking for a home the whole family can enjoy, have a barbecue and let the children play free, or a quiet hideaway for 2 in a peaceful retreat, from the larger house to the small, Hamner Holiday Homes offer it all. HamnerHolidayHomes.com. Book now.
At Mag & Turbo, we're not just a mag wheel shop, we're a supermarket for tyres. Street, track or economy, we have a performance tyre to suit your driving and your budget. 17-inch tyres from $119, 18-inch tyres from $139 and 19-inch tyres from $179. When you buy tyres off us, you get one of these: free tyre rotation, puncture repairs and alignment checks for the life of the tyres. If you need performance tyres, give us a call. 0800 MAGS for you.
Hi, I'm Scott Williamson and welcome to X Factor Cars. Family owned and operated with 2 locations, Invercargill and Cromwell. Specialising in everything V8 from Holden Ford, HSV, FPV, and with Southland's biggest selection of American muscle, we've got most bases covered. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Get the X Factor.
Okay, folks, here we are. B Main's just been run here at Ruapuna for the Salute to Goodie. Caleb, mate, you knew what you had to do and you did the job, so that puts you in that final sort of a race there. And of course, you got to choose who you pick to start beside you. Who did you pick?
Kyle Shearing.
Okay, so you're sort of what, nearer the front?
I think we're starting grid 4. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Pretty lucky after that. After a DNF in the first heat and then coming through for about a 7th in the second heat, and yeah, we're pretty lucky to be up in front of the B. So.
Well, this is a bit of an opportunity for you, isn't it? I mean, you've said you've been sort of trying to set up the car and doing bits and pieces and stuff, and you've got a good start now. So the boys are obviously hardcore working away here, so they'll be looking for a good setup for you.
Yeah, it's all in my hands now. The boys are going to be a good car tonight, so we've got to do a job.
What's the track doing out there?
It's a tough track. Like, you slick at the bottom, but then up top you're still plenty of drive. So, but there's some big ruts out there too. So you've got to be a bit careful. So, it's good fun.
Good stuff, Caleb. Who looks after your sponsorship-wise, bud?
Mitre 10 Trade Racing, John Brooks Limited, Brooks Built, and CRC, Lucas Wills. Yeah, a lot of sponsors. So very lucky. Wouldn't be here without them.
Yeah, righto. We'll crank this along. We've got Jamie Duff here, top point scorer, back of the field. Who's next to you?
Been watching the young fella the last few weeks, and I think Matthew Levis is just starting next to me off the back.
Okay, Matt Levisage over here. Where is he? Matthew, quick. Right, Jamie Duff's drawn you out. You've got to start next to him. So who's your choice?
Yeah, Jamie McDonald.
Jamie McDonald over here. We can't move too far, Jamie. Sorry about missing the interview for you before, but we're having a few issues, but never mind, well done. Who have you got beside you?
Jamie Larson.
Jamie Larson, 3NZ last week. We listened to that. Well done, congratulations. Your partner is?
Go for Jason Scott.
Jason Scott. Well, we're getting down the field now. It's interesting who's going to stay at the front. Mr. Scott, who are you pulling in?
Astle.
Astle, the cricketer man. So, well, he's going to hit someone for 6. Who's that going to be?
Gerard.
Gerard, the Flash. Where's he? Oh, he's hiding from behind. Right, you're not getting any marbles either, since you tell everybody you saw them.
No marbles tonight. I think I'm going to pick Ray.
Ray Bourne. So we're getting down. I presume they know who's next. Ray?
Well, it's pretty obvious. Daniel's won it 2 years in a row, so you're further back this year, mate.
Well, I don't think he's that far back because there's been a few out before now. Daniel?
Matt Honeywell been picked yet? No. Matt Honeywell.
Matt Honeywell. Yeah, I think they have. Now he's struggling to see who he's going to pull out.
Sean Ashton.
Sean Ashton. So I don't know. I have to ask Alistair, what grid number is Sean on?
Jason Smith.
Jason Smith. So Jason, so that makes you, is he on grid 5? Must be getting up there. Jason, who are you bringing back?
Who's left?
Who's left?
Hands up.
Caleb, Brent Gordian.
Caleb.
Caleb Brooks. Righto, Caleb.
Kyle Shearing.
Kyle Shearing. Well, Kyle won the first heat from the front. Yeah, he is. Well, I haven't heard. Who are you going to pull in?
Brent Gordian.
Brent Gordian. So has that other Duffy come out yet?
Stephen Duff.
Stephen Duff. Right, that's you. That's it. So, how did they leave that lad at the front of the grid?
That's dangerous, isn't it? Okay, the lineup for the Salute to Goodie. From grid number 1, 15C, Steve Duff Jr. From grid number 2, 54, Brent Gordian. From grid 3, the 4, Invercargill car, Kyle Shearing. From grid 4, 92, Caleb Brooks. Grid 5, 89, Jason Smith. Grid 6, 73, Sean Ashton. Grid 7, 64, Matt Honeywell. Grid 8, 44T, the defending Salute to Goodie champion, Daniel Anderson. Grid 9, 95, Ray Bourne. Grid 10, the Flash, Chris Gerard in the 75 car. Grid 11, it is Nathan Astle in car number 9. The captain, Jason Scott, will start from grid 12 in the 88T car. Starting from grid 13, the 3NZ, the Para Umu Express, Jamie Larson. From grid 14, 71, Jamie McDonald. Grid 15, 7, Matthew Levisage. And grid 16, King of the Kids, it is Jamie Duff in the 19A car. There is nothing like it. Come on back straight, get up, give them a wave, give them a cheer. Round about 14,000 horsepower out there, getting ready to unleash itself at Stadium Finance Ruapuna Speedway. Come on, Town Bend, we know you always give these guys some support. Oh, it's going to be a beauty. We're going to get down to the nitty and the gritty, 25 laps of it. There'll be some anxiety in there. Steve Duff Jr., 2 years in a row now, he has started off the front for the Salute to Goodie. Last year, he led for a good chunk of the race at Stadium Finance Ruapuna Speedway. Sit down and hold on, folks, because we've got 25 laps. It's going to be a white knuckle ride of methanol madness. The pace will just start picking up. Let's turn them loose with the Goodie. A big wheelie from Duff, but it's Gordian from the outside spot. They make their way into the CJ Phillips Construction Town Bend. Daniel Anderson.
Oh, drama. Oh, Honeywell got spat out the back. Larson parked on the infield in the 3NZ car.
A big knot up there, further back in the field. We had Larson, we had Honeywell.
Ashton was sideways.
Moved up into 4th position. Has he showed his hand a little bit early? I don't know. He holds the Goodie very near and dear to himself, having won it twice. He was absolutely ecstatic with the win last year. Right, here we go. We're ready for take 2 for the Goodie. Again, a very sedate roll up to the starting box. It's showtime! Wheelie from Duff again. Same bat channel. It's Steve Duff Jr. leading the charge. Here goes Anderson. Oh, what a move. And another one.
Jason
Ray Bourne's
Smith.
up and over.
No, Jason Smith with the
Jason
blue wing.
Smith, is it?
Yeah, Jason Smith with the blue wing.
And Ray Bourne's
got the white wing.
Got a chunk of the side panel of his car torn out.
Matthew Levisage on the infield, that's not good. Astle's on the infield.
Ashton.
Drama.
Well, that's...
Oh, boy, she's... we haven't even got one lap in the book.
Nathan Astle came in with a flat tyre. He was circulating. We were watching it. It obviously didn't get up. And when he put his boot to the floor, he just pulled him straight infield. He's come in, and I'll go and see what I can find out with Matthew for you.
So by the looks of it, Jason Smith's out with the wing. They're turning around Jamie McDonald, and I'd say there's a hook truck going to Mr. Ashton.
All eyes have got to be on the 44 car of Daniel Anderson as well. He was shot out of a cannon. Okay, here we go. Let's have another go at this, getting the Goodie underway. They're off. Patience could be a virtue. It's Steve Duff leading the way. Daniel Anderson makes a big run round the top. Kyle Shearing up into second spot. So our race leader, it is Steve Duff Jr. running way up by the top line. It's 44 Daniel Anderson winding it up. He moves into second. He knows it's a race about tortoises and hares, and he's going to be a hare tonight. Kyle Shearing sitting there in third spot. Matt Honeywell in fourth, making a big charge through the bottom. The 75, the Flash. Chris Gerard moves up into fifth, getting the car a little bit sideways on. Left the door wide open for Gordian. Gordian had a little bit of a look at it. Couldn't make anything stick. The Flash is one of those drivers, loves a Highland. Oh, he's got himself all knotted up. Throwing it out the window. Drifted right towards the back of the field. Misjudged the cushion. In the meantime, Steve Duff Jr. won his inaugural sprint car feature race at the beginning of this season, making every post to win at this stage. He's 0.7 of a second ahead of Daniel Anderson. Anderson starting to make that high line work just beautifully. Then we've got Matt Honeywell sitting there in fourth spot. Kyle Shearing. Here goes Jamie McDonald. He's up into fifth position right now. Tucked in nicely behind him. It's a 3 car of Jamie Larson. And rounding out the top 6, it is Larson. Then we go back to the 54 of Gordian. They're in the low 14-second bracket. Steve Duff Jr. with Daniel Anderson. 18 laps to go. That means we've got 7 in the books in this 25-lap Salute to Goodie sprint car feature. Anderson obviously has got his crew that have sorted him to run the high line. They've got it sussed. Steve Duff Jr. just starting to wander a little across the racetrack. Whereas Anderson appears to be judging the cush, perhaps a little bit with a little more finesse. Oh, we got a big coming together. The 71 and the 3. That'll bring out the yellow.
That will take them out of the race. Those two were having a fantastic battle for 5th and 6th on the racetrack.
Well, they'd timed it perfection as well. They were just starting to get their game plan together. And again, the responsibility of getting them across the start line comes to Steve Duff Jr. They're back on the green. And Larson's obviously got some problems. He retires to the infield. Daniel Anderson, big charge up the inside. Oh, he threw everything at that one. Drag race, it's Daniel Anderson, hits the front. 2-time winner of the Salute to Goodie. Is it going to be 3? Steve Duff Jr. sitting there in second. Then we go back to Matt Honeywell. Duff goes out wide. Honeywell has a little bit of a look down low. It's not going to stick for him. Kyle Shearing sitting there in fourth. Then it is Jamie Duff. Just lost another one. That's Jason Scott retired to the infield. So just 8 cars remaining. 9, sorry, in this Salute to Goodie. Daniel Anderson, they've set that car up to perfection. He's running high and wide. Down into the 13-second bracket for the TR Now restaurateur. Daniel Anderson, car number 44, leading the way. Steve Duff Jr. Runs up the concrete wall right by the pit gate. He's in second. Then we've got Matt Honeywell in third. Kyle Shearing in fourth. Jamie Duff in fifth. We go back to Ray Bourne in sixth. Seventh is Chris Gerard. Then it's Caleb Brooks in eighth. Rounding out the field is Brent Gordian. It's like a slot car the way that the 44 of Daniel Anderson is handling. He has got this one sussed. And we've got another change there for second as well, with Honeywell moving up ahead of the 15 car. Here comes Jamie Duff, he's up into fourth. Daniel Anderson knows he's just got to go hard at it, because the big boys could be coming through at any time. Matt Honeywell in second, but Honeywell, he's the length of the straightaway behind Anderson at this stage. Steve Duff Jr. sitting there in third. Jamie Duff in fourth. Kyle Shearing back into fifth. Anderson reeling off some very, very quick laps in the 44 car. His strategy is worked to perfection. Started off grid number 8, but he just wanted to get to the front and be the man that dictated the terms. He's right up on the tail of the Mitre 10 trade car of Caleb Brooks. Threads the needle through. We got 8 laps to go. Matt Honeywell still sitting there in second spot. Steve Duff Jr. in third. Jamie Duff in fourth. Daniel Anderson, no doubt about this. He knows what he's got to do. 6 laps to go this time around. It's Anderson first, Daylight second, because it is over the length of the straightaway back to the 64 car of Matt Honeywell. And Honeywell started beside Anderson. Now that is a mission statement and a half from Daniel Anderson, who goes and runs up in the USA. Every New Zealand winter just went over the cushion, the town bend that time. He's still got that lap traffic that he's got to keep in the back of his mind. 4 laps to go this time around. Chris Gerard going to be the next one that goes a lap down. Kyle Shearing in 5th is another that's going to go a lap down. So Anderson has wiped the floor with him at this stage. 3 laps to go. Daniel Anderson leading the way. He's just got to stay out of trouble now. Honeywell closing that gap up as Anderson gets caught up in the lap traffic. So it's still Daniel Anderson leading the way. 2 laps to go. He runs down the bottom part of the race. Oh, there's contact with Gerard. Gerard's around, but Anderson managed to survive that one. Oh, this is going to bunch them up. Now, if there's 2 guys around Ruapuna you would not want hard on your tail, it's Honeywell and Jamie Duff. She's a whole different ball game now. They'll just get these cars sorted into position. They've restarted the 75 car. So it's Daniel Anderson. He is the man who will dictate the terms to the start in the 44 car. Here we go. We've gone green. So Anderson winding up the rubber band again. Down the back straight away they go. Caleb Brooks, he's the lap car. Honeywell, he's going to make one last gasp challenge at this one. In 3rd, it's Jamie Duff. 4th, Kyle Shearing's moved up in front of Steve Duff Jr. White flag out next time round. For Daniel Anderson, just 1 more lap to go. He practically owns the Goodie here at Ruapuna Speedway. Daniel Anderson, car number 44. The checkered flag awaits him. And we salute the winner of the Salute to Goodie. It's Daniel Anderson. 2nd place, Matt Honeywell. 3rd, Jamie Duff. 4th place will go to 15, Steve Duff Jr. Then we go back to Kyle Shearing. What a great run from Shearing. Behind him, Ray Bourne, Chris Gerard, Brent Gordian, and the 92 of Caleb Brooks. And he has done it. The odds were stacked against him. Put your hand together, folks, for Daniel Anderson from Tiana. His closest racetrack is a 5-hour tow. And he will be absolutely tickled pink with that one. Well, he's not the king of the donuts, but he is certainly the owner of the Salute to Goodie trophy for 1 more year. Matt Honeywell in 2nd, Jamie Duff 3rd, Steve Duff Jr. 4th. Outstanding performance by Kyle Shearing into 5th, Ray Bourne 6th, 7th Chris Gerard, 8th Caleb Brooks. We hope all the other drivers who got into those incidents are okay. But here is one very, very happy Daniel Anderson. And let's hope that the sound system plays ball for us, because he will be stoked. Put your hands together, folks, for Daniel Anderson.
Okay, folks, here we go with the 3rd place for the Salute to Goodie for tonight. Jamie started well off the back, so it's a pretty good achievement to get through all those cars. You know, 3rd place, you must be pretty happy with that, with a good field of cars.
Yeah, the team's done pretty well. Just to finish tonight, the way everything's gone, we were real happy. Third place, we would like to be a little further up. You know, everyone likes a good win, but yeah, we'll take a third and we'll move on to Saturday night.
Absolutely. And from here, what is the plan? I mean, it's obviously, you know, Saturday night's got to be a big night. That's the one that everybody wants, the Gold Cup. And I'm sure you're pretty much focused on that. Will it be a different Jamie Duff that'll front up on Saturday night, ready to perhaps take on the Gold Cup?
Yeah, I think tonight helped build a little more confidence, a little bit more faith in the car, and that nothing fell apart tonight. So we're, you know, it's always helps. Yeah, I think so. I'm ready to rip. Sparks coming off my boots.
Definitely. And of course, you've got a great, fantastic crew. I mean, they stick by you. They do a lot of work. I mean, there's a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes as well. Anybody you want to thank just why you got the opportunity to? Yeah,
there's a million people I'd like to thank. All the boys, Wayne and Mark at work. All the boys at Concut support me a lot. Jeff and Amy and Ray and Deb from Auckland. Everyone helps a lot, and I guess the missus as well.
Got to thank her, mate. And some good sponsors on the side of the car too. Who are they?
Whole of Diamond Tools, Straight Shipping, Concut, Duffman.
There we go. Well, congratulations on that third place.
Yeah, thanks very much. Cheers.
Okay, folks, here we go with the Sky Favours Aviation second place car for the Salute to Goodie. It is Matt Honeywell in the 64 car. Matt, it was a bit of an epic sort of a feature race there. It went on for quite some time, but you kept your cool and did what you needed to do.
Yeah, well, it's sort of getting past cars for a start was the issue. So, yeah, we had a few cars to pass before we could actually wind it up and get going. And then Daniel was going real good around the outside, so we sort of had to do the same. And then on the restart, there's a restart about 3 laps to go. We sort of thought we might have a crack, but then we had a lap car in between us. So, yeah, we had to clear that, and just one of those ones. But I'm happy with second. Daniel was going good, so, you know, credit to him.
And of course, it's been not a bad season for you too. I mean, you know, you're doing so well at the War of the Wings, and this is just something else to add to the trophy list, so to speak. So, track conditions, car going good tonight?
Yeah, it wasn't ideal for the first 2 heats. Actually, we were sort of struggling a wee bit. I don't know why, and then the feature we sort of got the setup a lot better, and yeah, when you can drive it hard on a track like that, it's good. So yeah, no, I really enjoyed the feature. But yeah, the season's going not too bad. We're sort of consistent, and then winning that GP last week was pretty special. So no, it's good. We're getting going good now.
Congratulations on that win too. So did you know Goodie at all?
No, I didn't know him personally, but I knew the guy, and I can remember watching him. So yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
And of course, you must be, you know, absolutely stoked with this result. There's obviously some sponsors to look after you to help you to get the car across the line. Who are they?
Yeah, we've got quite a good bunch of sponsors. Plains Irrigators, Meffin Trucking, Sky Farmers, Graham Cameron Contracting, R&R Haulage. They all put in a good bit, so it's much appreciated.
Okay, like the format, the way they do the Goodie?
Yeah, it's something different. It's a challenge. You know, you've got to be able to pass cars. So you know, that's the whole aim. If you're not passing cars, you're not going good enough anyway. So no, it's good. It's good for a change. Yeah.
Okay, folks, here it is, the three-peat. Now, this is the interview you wanted, Daniel. You knew it was potentially going to come. We've avoided you all night to not give you any bad luck. Tell us what your thoughts are, bud.
Damn excited. I was surprised. I actually thought I was going to be picked a lot further back in the grids again, starting 8th. I knew we had to turn around. We had to go wide for the start. Doug said he tightened the old car up. I just said, will it go wide on the first corner? And he, like I said, he said, don't be a vagina. So that pretty much told me that I had to go for it, and we did, and it paid off.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a fantastic result, really. I mean, you've had a sort of a pretty average sort of a season coming up to this. We spoke last week in Cromwell. We said that, hey, these guys wanted to go home with the win under their belt. You told me this was going to be the night, and you delivered.
Yeah, Cromwell was bloody exciting as well. We got up to second place. Magneto shed itself, and we just couldn't put it on the board. And it was a very long trip home from Queenstown or Cromwell. And to come back up here and collect this one, yeah, the boys are bloody stoked.
Absolutely. Bit of a concern there, bit of smoke poking out of the side of the engine. Anything to be concerned about?
Yeah, we had a bit of an oil leak earlier in the first 2 heats, and we got that fixed. The boys tipped a bit more oil in, obviously overfilled it a wee bit, so no concerns there.
So you'll be fronting up for the Gold Cup on Saturday?
Absolutely.
I bet you $100 you will be starting off the back next year.
I bet you I will be.
Okay, give us an indication of who looks after you sponsorship-wise, Daniel.
Fairview, Queenstown, the Ranch Bar and Grill, Tianel, Tony Brand Building. Awesome.